To my fellow students, at this time, at a regular graduation, I would stand up here to tell everyone they have been honored to have such a great high school experience and to share your story with those who come after you. But I think we can all agree that this has been anything but normal. This doesn't just call for congratulations. This calls for a time of reflection. We will continue to mourn for everybody who has been affected by this virus. But in this moment, we are reminded of the traditional experiences we have lost as the class of 2020. We stopped making memories 3 months before we were supposed to. We didn't get to dress up for prom or go on spring break. For those of us in extracurriculars, we weren't honored for our years of dedication. We are reminded of the devastation around us, and we are told we are selfish by those outside of our community for feeling sad about losing the last bit, the most important bit of our senior year. We didn't deserve this. Now, we did get to make some memories, and there are some positives to go against the immense amount of negativity. We got to throw baby powders everywhere and have one of the best student sections the school has ever seen. We had to stay up late Friday nights, losing our voices with our best friends in the stands as we supported our teams and clubs. We got to experience our first and last homecoming, and we got to make our last memories with people we may never see again. But, unlike the classes before us, we were able to make our own traditions that other classes may follow. We had the senior spotlights by Coach Chrisman, the Zoom meetings, the lighting of the football field, the cap and gown pickup, and more. Our own principals started making TikToks to remind us all that we are appreciated for our time here at Southwest. Our community got closer during the time where we needed it the most. This is all so important, but from the time we entered this school and all the time in between, all we could think of was having the best senior year ever. I wanted to apologize to every single one of you. You did deserve to have a senior picnic. You deserve to walk the halls of the local elementary schools, and you deserve to make those last few memories in high school before leaving it behind. But learn from this. Do not go on with life thinking that there is time for it some other time. Don't have regrets. Be spontaneous. Let every year be your senior year. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Class of 2020, we made it. I'd imagined starting the speech off a little differently, maybe with something funnier or a little more profound, but I felt that really just summed up our current circumstance. I've realized that there are moments in life we put on a pedestal and have looked forward to since we were young. They seem surreal, distant, almost like they're never gonna actually happen. But one day, we start high school, go to our first football game, get our driver's license, and eventually graduate. Today is a celebration of all we have accomplished and everything we still have to achieve. It is also a time to remember our shared experiences, the wins and losses of many forms that we have experienced here at Southwest. We've all felt a sense of terror when Mr. Hettenbach decided to remind teachers to check dress code on the morning announcements, or when we heard Mr. Wesney say the infamous phrase, "Put it up and take out a sheet of paper." We have all felt a sense of pride being part of the Cowboy Crazies and watching our teams bring many victories home to the ranch. We've all also felt a sense of community as we've witnessed the Cowboy community rally around its own and the support that they have given us as Corona took our last high school memories. I know that we could not have made it to this moment without you, so thank you. I would also like to say thank you to the counselors who put in countless hours, teachers like Mr. Wesney, Miss Bratton, and many others who prepared us for our next stages in life, the administration for keeping us in line and entertaining us with TikToks while we've been away, and our family and friends for supporting us in all that we do. I know that moving on comes with mixed emotions. For instance, I may or may not have shed a few tears packing my lacrosse uniform up to turn in for the last time. But putting my smod pants in the Goodwill basket was definitely a good feeling. On a more serious note, leaving high school, our friends and classmates will be difficult. However, we have our whole lives ahead of us. Over the last 4 years, we've accomplished a lot as a class, and I know that we will continue to do so wherever we may end up with the knowledge ingrained in us here. As I conclude my speech, I remember sitting in the audience 2 years ago and hearing my brother give his salutatorian speech. I guess we know who the smartest Lord kid is now. Anyway, I decided to borrow the end of his speech to carry on the Lord tradition by saying, "Our future's so bright, we gotta wear shades. Well, and maybe a mask, but that's a completely different story.
Parents, faculty and staff, Board of Education members, Southwest family members and friends, drivers, and most importantly, the class of 2020, I would like to welcome you to this drive-through recognition. I would especially like to thank any special guests for assisting our school family with this event. To my friends from the Southwest class of 2020, I welcome you to the celebration of your school efforts in the best possible way during this unprecedented time. You have worked long and hard at the ranch, and I'm proud of your accomplishments. I hope this recognition causes you to reflect on the many great experiences you had since arriving to the ranch. Our school is fortunate to have quality administrators and exceptional staff. I'm very proud of our exemplary counseling staff, Ms. Campbell, Ms. Graves, Ms. Graham, and Ms. Hudgens, who have helped you stay organized and focused. I also would like to thank Mrs. Phillips and Mr. Rainey, who have worked tirelessly in tracking your progress over the last 4 years, especially this last semester. Many of you have the opportunity to participate in this recognition because of their devotion to you and Southwest Guilford High. With their assistance, your efforts have literally paid off, with your class receiving to date over $7.4 million in scholarships. I would also like to thank Ms. Stephanie Powell and the rest of the graduation committee, who have worked very hard to provide you with this unique experience. At this time, I would like to recognize the seniors with a cumulative 4.0 grade point average. Can I get some hands up? Whoop, whoop. It is also worth noting that your senior class has 213 members who are graduating cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude. Southwest Guilford High School and Guilford County Schools believe in providing service back to the community. This belief is strongly embraced at Southwest Guilford. I would like to recognize the seniors who have earned a Service Learning Exemplary Award or Service Learning Diploma. Thank you very much for your contribution to the community. Over the past 4 years, I have watched your cowboy and cowgirl successes in the classroom, on the field, on the stage, at work, in our community, in virtual recognitions, drive-by birthday celebrations, Zoom classroom interactions, in TikToks, and in each other's lives. No one will ever forget the moment when Jalen Goodwin won the Homecoming King and everyone stormed the field to help him celebrate. That was, in a word, cool. As amazing as that all was, what this class will give me is the memory of all the unique and first-time occurrences this school has encountered in the last couple of months. Virtual college signing days, conferences through Zoom, the drive-through cap and gown distribution, taking AP exams online, and more. This all occurred during your senior year. I have now become one who enjoys TikToks thanks to you. I have cut my hair off to support food banks, parked buses in a celebration maze, created a school YouTube channel, and even bought a pair of ripped jeans. I have spoken to many of you over the past couple of months, and in each and every conversation, I have heard so many positive things that have come out of this terrible time. You and your experiences as a class have taught many individuals to turn a negative event such as this pandemic and find the positives. Your class has set the tone for the future with this transformation in how we handle many things. You are a very special group, and I am proud of you. You should all know that I am proud that we as a school system found a way to recognize all of you immediately in the best way possible. It is with hope that the governor's orders allow us to hold a traditional ceremony in July. But for now, we must celebrate as best possible in our own unique way. You deserve it. Now, for those of you who entered as freshmen, you will recall I was your first administrator to shake your hands, welcoming you to the ranch as your freshman academy administrator, and now I get to be the last administrator to shake your hand from 6 feet away, having served as your senior principal. You will always hold a special place in my heart and my memories because of this. I do hope each and every one of you soak in this recognition, as no other class has experienced this unique way of celebrating. I look forward to seeing you out there as you drive through with your decorated car and walk across the stage. Enjoy the moment, class of 2020, and I'll see you in July.